Good morning. Thank you for joining me for my Monday coffee with a message. And it's like 8:03. Um, Today was a little rough. Most of you that know me, good morning. I'm not a morning person, but um, so today's message, the topic is don't settle. Okay? I want you to really listen to that. Don't settle. What do I mean by that? Well, there's no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So, this week, I want us to focus on not settling in our lives. And this doesn't only mean like in relationships, because a lot of times when people talk about don't settle, they're talking about relationships. But I'm talking about in your whole life. Like, are you settling in your job? Are you settling with friendships? Are you just accepting that people are treating you the way they are treating you? Are you settling in your family? Like, are you allowing the pressures of family and culture and um, the things that other people want you to do? Are you allowing that to make your decisions for you? So, don't settle means becoming too comfortable in whatever situation you're in, job you're in, friendships you're in, um, or relationships, or it means staying in a situation that doesn't make you happy. So, um, how do you know if you're settling? Well, there are 11 warning signs that you're settling in life. The first one is you are always tired, constantly tired, even if you slept 8 hours. The second is you keep saying, I'll do that after, I'll do that later. Third is you blame other people for you not achieving things in life. Number four, you don't think you can. So you don't believe in yourself, which I'll mention as one of the possible strategies for you to not settle in life. Number five, you think a lot but do little. Like you think about things you want to do, but then don't follow through on it. Number six, you keep saying, someday I'm gonna do this. Someday I'm gonna go back to school. Someday I'm gonna own my own business. Someday. Number seven, you criticize successful people. Number eight, you play small and you think it's okay. Like you don't take risk. You play it safe. You make the easiest decision because it's not a risk and you won't fail. That's another reason why, that's another warning sign that you're settling. Number nine, you read stuff about gossip and things that are not as important as the things that you want to do in life. Like we all, for instance, have goals in life. Since we were little, we were taught to think about the things we want to do when we grow up. So obviously some of us turn out to not do the things that we wanted to do. I mean, I didn't want to be a therapist. I didn't think I wanted to be a therapist. I actually wanted to be a teacher well, I do teach, so that is kind of part of therapy, but I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to do all kinds of things and that changed over life. But the one thing I can say is that I did not settle. So if you are feeding your mind with things that are not going to motivate you, you're feeding your mind with gossip and bad things, then that's the realm you're going to stay in. You're going to stay within the negativity and mundane things of the gossip world, basically. You're wasting your time. Number 10, now you could do it just for fun. That's different and time limited, but you have to feed your brain things that are going to motivate you and excite you. Number 10, you are jealous. You are jealous of people that are successful. So again, this is a warning sign that you're settling in your life. And the last one, food, alcohol, or TV is the highlight of your day. Like you're so excited. That is the most important thing that you're looking forward to that day. That's another sign that you're settling. So those are 11 signs you're settling in life. Now, because when people talk about don't settle, we talk about relationships, I'll give you a quick 5 signs you're settling in a relationship. 1, the relationship brings you down and your significant other doesn't inspire you to do your best. 2, you feel you have to change yourself. You have to change your values, goals, or dreams for your partner to accept you. 3, you are in an emotionally or physically abusive relationship. You may have hidden this from family or friends due to shame or codependency issues, putting your partner's needs before your own. 4, you've been cheated on repeatedly and keep giving him or her or them more chances in spite of the fact that they have proven to be untrustworthy. And 5, you sacrifice too much since your partner is unable to compromise. You morph into someone else to accommodate their expectation, needs, or desires at the expense of your own needs or desires. So that's 5 signs that you're settling in a relationship. Now, what happens when you settle? Well, you become anxious and nervous all the time. You don't want to take risk. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you possibly could fail and not achieve anything. You also can become depressed, isolated, sad all the time, socially withdrawn. You don't want to see friends or family. You're making excuses constantly about why you don't want to do something. So those are just quick snapshots of what can happen when you settle. Then there's the last part of it is you can become mentally and emotionally exhausted. How do you know that you're mentally and emotionally exhausted? Well, there's 9 different signs that you're mentally and emotionally exhausted. 1 is you get irritated very quickly. Little things just make you snap and get aggravated. It could be the kids, it could be somebody at work, it could be a partner. You always are running late. That's another sign. And there's a lot of us who run late all the time, but this is it's when your behavior changes. You are always feeling low and lack motivation in your life. You can't sleep properly. You feel nausea and lethargic. You find yourself running away from responsibilities. You sense a kind of detachment. You experience fits of anxiety quite often, and you cry for no reason. Those are warning signs that you're mentally and emotionally exhausted. What can you do about it? Well, basically, you have to stop settling. And how do you do that? Well, there's 5 little tips that I'm going to give you. You need to identify small opportunities that you can take in your life. So small things that you can do that would make you happy. In order to do that, you really have to identify what actually makes you happy and what do you want to achieve in life. Where are you in your life? So that's the first thing, is you have to reflect where you're at and identify the things you still want to do for yourself. Are you happy in your job? If not, what are you going to do about it? Then you take small opportunities to actually do something about it. Those are 2 things. 3 is give yourself permission to relax and reflect. And what do I mean by that? Well, you need time to constantly do a check-in with yourself on how you're feeling in life, if you're happy, if you're not happy, and what are you going to do about it. The bottom line, you're going to hear me say, what are you going to do about it a lot, because you have to do something about it. If not, then you're settling and you're complacent. Another is be realistic about what you can and can't do. A lot of us set expectations too high, and then we can't achieve them, or we don't do the steps that we need to do in order to achieve them. Because I believe that if you have an expectation of yourself, you can make it happen. But maybe this path is not the path to take. Maybe there's a different path you could take. And the last one is prioritize you. So that's the last part of it, is you have to prioritize you. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. If you don't figure out what makes you happy and the things that you want to do in life, then you will be settling and you will be taking care of everybody else. And I don't want you to do that. So the message this week is don't settle. And the quote that I want to share is, set high standards for yourself and don't settle for anything less. You are the best judge of yourself. You are the best judge of your capabilities and what you can do. So the challenge for this week is, I want you to take a little risk and explore and try one thing that you really always wanted to do. At least research about that one thing or do something about it. So that's the challenge for this week. So remember, don't settle for a life that you don't want. You can have the life that you want. Anyway, have a great week this week, and I will see you next Monday with Coffee with a Message.